Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lineup and all kind of good information you're going to use as an outdoorsman. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. It's going to be a pretty day. In fact, the rest of this week, I'm looking at it's going to be pretty the rest of this week, all the way on through the weekend. High today is going to be up to 84, low 64, water temperature 75 degrees. River reading, take a look at our rivers now. Our Placerilla Bluff's down, falling out just a little bit. It's down to 2.1. That's low for the big river to have that kind of reading. The Choctawhatchee sort of peaked out a day or two ago, and now it's dropping. It's down to 4.8. So both rivers are falling slightly. So be aware of that. Be cognizant of the fact that you're going to have some falling water if you go out brim fishing. It's going to be excellent. Now remember, full moon is tomorrow night. Tide chart brought to us by by the way, the river reading is brought to us by Sandhill Seafood up on Highway 77, just past Bozeman. Good fresh seafood there. Now our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at really good tides next week because we're starting the rest of this week. Going to be good tides. Yesterday was neat tides, but today's going to be good tides. Looking at it, high tide at 8:58 this morning and low at 6:23. It's falling out. We've got about a 1.4 foot range, so pretty decent. And the rest of this week's going to be decent. And next week's going to be really strong. That's why I mentioned you're looking on the chart for next week. And our marine forecast, south, southwest at about 10 to 15. Take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're going to roll through some pictures of, Saturday and Sunday, folks out there red snapper fishing, and let's check this one out. This little Miss Anna Petronas. Anna just loves fishing. And she graduated a couple years ago from Mosley. She's still fishing. Look at that red snapper, a big old smile on her face. In fact, the whole crew, look how happy they are. The whole crew had a good day fishing, all right? And also now this is Justin Hewitt. Justin graduated a couple years ago. He got an ice chest full, and that's a fishing party. And I'm not sure who Justin went with, but he's a good fisherman too. Got this freshwater picture up here, Lake Seminole. Here we go. This is my son Matthew Buckshot Grantham fishing actually on a small pond up there in Jackson County. Nice bass there. And then also, look at there. Good job, Buckshot. And got this nice email. Thanks, Winston. This morning was your best show ever. I like it when you say that. You were on point saying, let me know how you want my survey or research to turn out, and I will find the demographics to prove it. I got a lot of comments on that red snapper talk I gave. And here's what Rod said. My grandfather said it best. If you want to really mess something up or get the government involved or someone that cannot lose their job, what they do or do not do, Rod Whitfield. And that's an ongoing thing. We're going to talk a lot more about that red snapper 3-day limit some more. Okay, next Thursday night, we're looking at, check this out, Brody Kroll, former Alabama quarterback. This is going to be at City Church over here on Airport Road. This is the Northside Baptist, but they've changed their name now to City Church. The men's cookout, $10, really, really good. I plan to be there. It's going to be a good crowd, and Brody is doing quite a job in his job and personal life. Just really a role model. Don't forget the Kobe Workshop, and also Nick's having his redfish tournament May 20th. $12,000. That's a good payout now for a local tournament. $12,500 is a fine payout, and all that's a Trey Nick now. Okay, all month long they're doing a speckled trout shootout over there, May 1st through 31st. Go online, check it out. Trey Nick. Okay, and then that takes care. Well, I'm going to show Stephanie Marshall Hobbs. She caught her a red snapper this weekend. Nice job there, Stephanie. And let's go ahead. We got some guests here, so let's go and take a quick break. We're going to come right back. All right, welcome back, folks, and welcome again to our guests. They're not strangers to us much anymore. Will, good to see you.
How are you, Coach?
Will Owen C-Deck.
Coach.
Mark Howard. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. That's why I did a real short first segment. Now, tonight, we got the big workshop clinic, and so tell us about what's going on.
Yes, sir. Well, we just moved into our new facility over on 390, and we wanted to, first and foremost, let people know, hey, we moved. And we want to kind of show the community where we are. We felt like the best way to do that was to bring Mark out and do a seminar, teach people some things, and give some stuff away, and give some sandwiches away, or whatever we're serving tonight. Still haven't quite figured that out. And then, of course, just make sure the community knows we're there, and bring some awareness, and at the same time, kind of give some things away. So it's going to be a good time, I think.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we do. You know, Michael and I are doing these inshore seminars, we do them all throughout the Southeast, and it's so much fun for us to go and to be able to work with the people and share information with everybody. But it's just at the same time, we learn a lot from the people in attendance. Because I'm going to tell you, not everybody knows everything, and we certainly do not. But what we do is we try to share our tips and techniques for how a guy can go out that day, the next day, and catch redfish doing something different than they've done before. And, and normally we have these, we'll have, 75 to 100, 150 people in attendance. And, we're looking forward to doing this for Will. Will's a good man. He supports the community, does whatever he can, along with Coach Chester here. They're both people who do everything they do every day for the community. And it's an honor to be able to do this with them.
That's great.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and this sea decking now, we're going to be able to walk around and see how it's made and how it's cut out and all that. That's what's going to be cool.
Yeah, we'll be able to show most everything that we do, kind of like that TV show, How It's Made. I love to watch that show. And we'll have the factory obviously there, some staff, and probably have the machine running a little bit to kind of show some of the process of how a sea deck kit is created. We'll have a couple of show boats. Your boat's going to be there on display.
That's right.
Our boat will be there.
Your boat will be on display, and of course our demo boat will be there as well. So if someone doesn't know much about sea deck and has been on the fence about it a little bit, they'll get a chance to learn. I'll have some staff there to answer questions and things like that, plus some free samples, and obviously said some free sea deck giveaways too. So yeah, it'll be a good chance to learn about that if you're interested.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. First of all, to me, the fellowship and camaraderie of outdoorsmen is always great.
No doubt.
And most important, though, here's a local business with hardworking people here, giving us something to help us in outdoors.
That's right.
So it's a win-win. And here's Mark and Michael, a father-son team, giving a free redfish clinic. Now, I've been to a lot of clinics and all. They charge you and all, but Mark and Michael get to fish together some and a lot, and I've seen the clinic before. And here's the thing about it, if you don't know anything about red fishing or inshore fishing, this is a great opportunity to learn. So this is win-win-win.
That's right, and we're going to give away literally $1,000 worth of stuff tonight. Z-Man Fishing Products, their baits, we're going to make packets to give away. Salt Life Sport Optics is going to send at least 2 pair, maybe 3 pair of some of the best sunglasses you can wear for inshore fishing. We're going to do a drawing to give those away tonight. 13 Fishing is sending some rods. Power Pro has sent 10 spools of line to give away. Howell Tackle, a $100 gift certificate from Howell Tackle will be given away tonight. So it's going to be, hey, look, come eat the food, see what they do, sit down and meet some people that you may end up finding you a new fishing partner while you're there.
That's happened before.
That's happened a lot of times. The other thing is that oftentimes it's the littlest things we do that keep us from catching the fish, and sometimes we're doing the right thing, we just don't know we're doing it, but we're doing it at the wrong time. So that we'll talk about that. Tonight we're going to teach you how to make your own luck. How to make your own luck when you're out inshore fishing.
That's great.
Well, we're talking about meeting outdoorsmen and all. And about 15 years ago, I met these 2 guys, Tony Bass and Wendy Colson, at a boat ramp. They were from Valdosta, Georgia, and we just bonded just like that. And we fished together every year.
Yeah, y'all fish the tournaments together.
We fished tournaments. We won the tournaments and all. But it's just, and we in contact with each other year round and all. But it started with just a bond. We just started talking at a boat ramp.
Yeah.
And then we just good lifelong friends. So this is special.
It is special, no doubt about it.
Well, another thing, Will, about your business, and I know you with Watts and that group, and y'all, he's an inventor, developer, and all that kind of.
Yeah.
And this, let's show folks what y'all have just come out with.
Sure.
This is fascinating. This is. You got a patent on this and all.
Well, it's not a patent, but it's something that the Air Force has granted us a license to do.
Air Force license. You don't get those by just.
You just don't get that.
You don't get. So you do have this. So tell us about it. It's cool.
Took a process, yeah. So we had this tumbler grip product that we wanted to kind of create something special for a Yeti type cup. This is an Arctic brand we sell, but this fits Yeti as well. And basically, we found that people were asking, can I have a insignia for my Air Force insignia? I don't know if you can see that or not there. We have all the insignia, all the enlisted chevrons. And basically, it's something the Air Force said, hey, we like this a lot. We think this would sell well and resonate well with active duty and retired military. So basically now, for any of our...
I mean, you got all levels. I mean,
yeah, we got the E2 there. That's the airman. And of course, that's the senior airman there.
So you got all levels, and that, we got so many retired. What's that one?
Yeah, and that's the Thunderbirds there. If you see that right there.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
This will be growing as we gain a little bit more market awareness. We'll be adding some additional things, but we'll be trying to add the squadron patches and just some different things people can support their squadron. Maybe some fundraisers that they can do within the squadron, retirement presents, or maybe some guys are PCSing to a different base and want to give them something special to tell them thank you for being here and all that. So we thought this would be a great idea for the military community here. I'm former military, and so I recognize that this is something that I would have liked when I was in.
That's great.
And of course, it's got all kinds of little benefits. When you set this thing down on the table, it doesn't clink, and when you hold on to it in this direct sunlight, this thing will scorch your hand. Out in the direct sunlight, but when you hold on to it by the grip, it doesn't burn your hand.
Also, if you drop it overboard, it probably won't sink.
Well, with the float version, yes, this will not sink, so that's something extra that we do.
Cool.
But yeah, it's something that's kind of made for the outdoorsman, and just kind of take that cup to the next level.
And you have an Air Force contract to do this.
Yeah, it's an Air Force license, yes, sir.
That's awesome.
This is not available right this very second. We're doing a couple of small redesigns, but every time I come on your show, I like to bring something cool, something new, something fresh, and just get the chatter going a little bit. So
Yeah,
that's a sneak peek for you guys.
That's awesome.
There you go. That's innovation and all, and that's American ingenuity.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Here locally, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, we got a lot of stuff to do, so we're going to get started now. Y'all fish that tournament.
Yes, Michael and I fished the IFA Redfish Tour event in Hopedale, Louisiana, and here's some pictures. This is a pre-fishing picture of Michael. That's an 8-pound slot redfish, and if you look at that grass behind you, you would think, how in the world can you catch those fish? That was the lowest water level we'd ever seen over there.
Wow.
The wind had blown out of the north so hard, but we were sight fishing these. Now that's with 13 Fishing's new concept reel and Omen Green rod, and there's a Facebook post of us. You can hear the stress on that line that Michael was bringing this particular fish in. It was unbelievable.
Ooh, okay.
All right, here's a couple more pictures. That's Michael and I finished 30th. It wasn't the finish we were actually looking for, but we were just a few ounces out of 10th place. It was a bunched up field in the hundreds of ounces separated teams. It was a great event. Here's a beautiful fish, a little deeper water, and the fishing over there is unbelievable. We actually use, instead of platforms or a scaffolding platform, we use Werner podium ladders. There's a 6-foot and 4-foot ladder side by side and has a platform on top.
No kidding.
Yeah, one weighs 35 pounds, the other weighs 22 pounds.
Wow.
And we could put them up in any configuration we want. That is a big fish.
That is a big
You
fish.
can't see that, but at the top, right above his dorsal fins, his skin's messed up. An alligator had hit that fish.
Oh,
And it fish got away, and we caught him later on.
Wow.
There's another, that is a monster fish. That fish was 27.5 inches long and weighed 11 pounds.
27.5
Look at the size of him, he's just a monster. There's another, this fish, almost all the fish over there are almost orange pumpkin color. This fish came in and he wasn't. Every now and then you find one it's just a different color fish. But
That is odd, yeah.
Yeah, they're so beautiful over there. There's another, that fish, that is a 8-pound, 8-ounce slot fish. And you can just see the bellies on them. They just gorge themselves over there. And it's awesome fish. There's another picture of another fish Michael caught. And that grass back there is just, let's see how orange he is.
Yeah, that's very bright.
And you can look at the grass up. That's not the wind. That's the grass up on top back out there. And it really takes something. The great thing about fishing like that is that you have to learn how to make your baits weedless. And that's a great example. And I was going to show you some baits, especially here when you get into the summer and the grass gets so thick, yet the fish
That's
are in
always
there.
a problem. That's
All right,
always
so
a-
I brought some baits, and these are some things that we used in that grass. Those pictures
We're
really
going to talk
give you an
about this
example.
tonight also.
We are going to go over this tonight
good.
because we learned to fish these baits here, and then we applied them there.
Right.
So we're going to start out. Now, these are what I brought are Z-Man baits. This is a Z-Man diesel minnow. It's a 4-inch bait. It's made with Elastec. As you can see, you can't tear it. Now, how we rig these baits to make them weedless, we take these new, they came out last year actually, the Mustad grip pin hook. A lot of times you get soft baits and they want to slide down the shank. The way, and you could run this bait right in there, the weight will slide through with no problem. You drop it over that pin, see the pin right here?
Right.
And then you just simply drop it back in, and that bait is completely weedless, but that bait won't slide down.
Okay, because it stops it
Yes,
right
that
there.
pin
Good
stops
design.
it. It is
Very
a
good.
great design. Of course, that it's absolutely a weedless bait, and it can be rigged. You can rig this with it going under the hook and coming out up here, or you can rig it this way. All right, another thing we did. Now this jig head is I'm pretty excited about this jig head. And this jig head, Michael and I designed this. This is for Ralph Phillips Inshore. They made the trout eye jig head and the redfish eye jig head. And what they did is they made an eye that is the lifelike size to a bait that big. But the other thing it is, and I don't see if Jeff can get this, it's a very narrow profile. Now this is an 1/8 ounce head, but it's a bigger head being 1/8 ounce because they didn't make it wide. But this bait right here, you can rig it on multiple baits. This is the minnows, this is the Z-Man minnows, which is a 3-inch bait. And we use it a lot for sight fishing over there. You can just run it through this bait, bring it up, and then you got 2 keepers that keep it from sliding down. You push it up, clicks on. But this has got, y'all remember back years ago, they made bass hooks with that. This works just perfect. It sits right there.
Yep.
When this bait's coming through the water, the eye is not long ways, it's wide. So you tie your knot, the grass hits it and either goes under or grass hits it or goes over. But the thing is that this bait with that head swam through that grass
That's thick
without
grass.
getting hung up.
That was thick.
Yeah, that if you ever want to test something, that was it. These are now in production. It'll be coming out this year.
Okay.
But that was great. We met with them last year at ICAST, and David Fladd and Ralph Phillips and those guys worked with us, and that was our design.
Oh, great.
Cool.
The other thing, now this bait is a really good bait. This might be the best kind of bait right now to catch redfish on. This is a Z-Man TRD. Other people make similar baits, but it's nothing but a stick bait. And again, I like to use a grip pin hook on it. Some people use different types, but you can rig it just like that. It gets down and stays. It is just like a little worm, almost like a Cinco. The thing about this bait, now it's a completely weedless, a skin hooked. This bait, Z-Man products are petroleum based. Being petroleum based, they want to float, but yet it's heavy, it's dense. You can feel how heavy that is.
Yeah.
That will throw a mile. You can catch, and all you're doing on this, you're throwing it out, letting it sink, and it'll sit like this at the bottom, and that tail will float straight up. And the tail will just wobble around. You hop it really quick. Hop, hop, hop.
Right.
Hop, hop, hop.
Right.
Those fish will hit this bait, but yet it's another completely weedless bait. All of these baits are perfect to be fished around the edges of sand holes. A lot of people say, well, they talk about potholes and depressions. Well, where are they at? Anytime that you see grass with sand in the middle, that sand is deeper than the grass. That's why there's no grass in it. And so those fish will get those ambush points along those grass lines. And tonight we'll tell you which angle on that grass line you want to throw to first, because that's the most likelihood the fish is there. Next bait, this is the new Project Z bait. This is a chatterbait. Now, all the bass guys know about chatterbaits. They came out with this bait. This is a 3/8 ounce Project Z chatterbait. The hardware on it is much sturdier. It is designed to withstand a redfish. Now this one was not really created to be just an inshore bait, but it's also a weedless chatterbait. This gold blade really attracts the fish. It swims, you can swim this just about a foot below the surface, right on top of the grass. You get over a hole, drop it, they'll hammer it. We threw those in that grass. And really and truly, you would think, how in the world that come through it? It did.
Yeah.
That blade vibrates so hard, it was almost kept shaking the grass off. And of course, obviously, there's times you're gonna get hung up. But this thing right here is really good. It's that new Project Z chatterbait. It's really a great bait.
Wow.
Very good, Mark. And now you're going to give some of this stuff away tonight?
Absolutely. We're going to give away packs of baits, Z-Man pack baits. We'll have 4 or 5 different packs together. We'll do drawings to get those. And we'll go through all this rigging and explaining when you want to rig it, why you want to do it that way. And again, we'll be giving away some of these baits. We're giving away Power Pro. We're giving away rods, some hats, some sunglasses, and now Will's got a really special thing he wants to give away, which is he's kind of kept it under his hat, but it will certainly be worth attending tonight because you're liable to walk away with a big prize.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have first of all, we're gonna food, fellowship, and fun.
There you go.
Yep.
That's
And
3.
fishing.
Yeah, and
The
fishing.
4 F's.
The
There
4
you
F's.
go.
Right? Yeah, that's going to be a lot. So we're looking forward to it now. It's going to start at 5:30,
5:30, yes, sir.
and then the actual clinic will be
About
somewhere around
6.
6,
Yes,
6
sir.
or something and all.
Yep.
And tell people again how to get there.
Yeah, so we just put something new in the water on Friday. We got a nice big floating boat right out there in our pond, so you can't miss it. Just look for the boat. It's on 390 just north of the old airport. If you're coming down 390 past the old airport, you'll just come on around, headed towards Lynn Haven on 390. Look to the left after you get down past the airport a mile or so, and you'll see it on the left. Big old giant white building. You can't miss it. Cannot miss it. We'll have somebody out helping people park and get them inside. They can get there about 5:30 and fellowship and have some food and things like that. And then, of course, we're going to do some giveaways as well to complement what he's doing. We'll have a couple of fish rulers, something that's universal that everybody can use. Probably do a couple of helm pads, something real thick, something super comfortable to help people's backs and knees and hips and all that. And then really thinking about doing something special in the way of a gift certificate, big dollar amount for some C-Deck for somebody that might want to be looking at doing a C-Deck in the future. So,
oh, cool.
Do some things to get people out. Love to have people come out and share, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is so much fun. We really enjoy it. And Winston, I'm going to get one of Winston's books, and we're going to draw for your book.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Also, we want to, the fishing game times, I didn't give those, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Only one time today, 11:53 to 1:53. When it's the middle of the day, usually just one time. I find it fascinating. You catch them fish in the middle of the day.
No doubt. Hey, well, the fish feed when they feed.
That's right.
They're not wearing wristwatches.
Real quick, I'm going to ask some names. Charles Myers, Howard Creek. Joe Lee, Panama City. Marilyn Lee Myers, Panama City. Michael Johnston, Bobby Lee, Carabel. Good Bobby. Bill Fowler, Howard Creek. And Patty Fowler, the Howard Creek bunch is down there.
That's awesome.
They had a good weekend fishing, I know that. All right, so again, tonight, 5:30, we're going to all be there, and it's a great opportunity as outdoorsmen to take advantage of some just good stuff all the way around.
No doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Is Michael excited about it?
Well, Michael loves this stuff, and he's been doing this since he was about 12 or 13 years old, so he could do this without me now. Yeah. I'm sure he will be soon.
Let him fly, huh?
Well, thank y'all so much for coming on.
Well, we're
We'll see
looking
you.
forward to it. Thank you, Coach. We'll look forward to seeing you tonight.
Oh, great.
Thank you, Will. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, folks, as always, we want to tell you how much we appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors and supporting our local sponsors and all of this, keeping it real right here. This is real stuff.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a great day. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.